Your local guide Justin Auburn here. I just left Omaha Bakery in Bellevue, where I learned more about the amazing work done by sunflower grant writers. So if you're interested to know what a grant writer does, watch this video. So I'm here with Katie LeDoux. She is the founder and director of Sunflower Grant Writers. Thanks a lot for meeting me this afternoon.
Thanks for having me, Justin.
All right, so after I looked at your website, I became aware that I wasn't very familiar with what grant writers do. So first, could you just share with us what you do exactly?
Sure, great question. So the main purpose of grant writing is to help nonprofits, any organization from a homeless shelter to a veterans organization, arts organization, raise money for programs and projects they need help supporting, because about 20% of their funding comes from grants. So they rely on individual giving, and then also grants is a huge part of their funding. So we really help fill in that 20% for them. And one thing that makes us unique is we start from the very beginning with finding funding that matches what their goals are. That kind of helps them increase their chances of success right from the start. After that, we do research to support the grant, because it's really important to show that you have the statistics and numbers to support the need. And I think the second most important part is personal stories, because those can be really telling about your mission. We work with the organization to make sure we have a narrative that everyone's really happy with, and then we can use that for multiple grants. So I love to work with organizations for a long time, so we can keep crafting that, using that for multiple things over and over again in different kinds of ways, and hopefully get that check at the end.
Yeah. What made you want to become a grant writer then?
Well, I've always loved to write. My mom was an English teacher, and so I grew up with a lot of my grammar being corrected. It still is being corrected. I should note it still is being corrected. But she's a great teacher, and like I said, I grew up loving to write, and in college I was an art history major and a public policy major, which was a lot of writing and research. But what made me want to be a grant writer is I love to help people, and I think there are so many amazing people out there that have really good ideas for nonprofits that are there to support people in need, and I'm just kind of there to help get them to where they can be so that they can do the good work they're already wanting to do. I've been doing this for almost 25 years, and it doesn't get old every time you get that phone call that says, this has been funded.
So your business is called Sunflower Grant Writers.
Yes.
So why sunflower?
So, who doesn't love a sunflower, first of all? But and I'm wearing my sunflower necklace today, but I really picked it because sunflowers are really interesting flowers, and when they can't face the sun, they turn towards each other for sort of support. And so I see sunflower as sort of that support that nonprofits can look to get what they need to get back up to the sun and get to where they want to be in fulfilling their mission and goals. That's why I picked that flower for my logo.
Yeah, that's really good. I like that.
Thanks.
You're
So
good.
how long have I been working with nonprofits before I started Sunflowers? So almost 20 years. My husband and I lived in Washington, D.C., and I worked at the Smithsonian American Art Museum and the Kennedy Center, specifically for the opera. And I think it gave me really good insight, in addition to grant writing, to have that experience working for a nonprofit. So I kind of have that perspective. One thing I like about our company and our team is that we work with a really wide range of clients. So right now we're working with a bunch of veteran groups, including 50 Mile March and Moving Veterans Forward and 22 Heartbeats and PTSD service dogs. So that's a cause that's important to my heart, as my husband is a veteran. And so that's been really exciting. We're working with the state of Nebraska. I felt like it was important to help support the state that I lived in. So we're working specifically with their irrigation department, and we're helping get water to where it needs to be. We also work with a bunch of organizations that help support the downtown areas of Omaha. So we work with the Omaha Downtown Improvement District and also the North Omaha 24th Street corridor, which help do everything from security to lighting and trash and beautification. So to date, Sunflower Grant Writers has raised over $1 million in grants, and a lot of that is in smaller grants like $10, $20, $25,000 grant amounts. We've been doing some bigger grants, so I think that number will go up pretty soon. Some memorable stories. I was really excited last summer. We got a grant from Keep America Beautiful, which is an organization that obviously is encouraging cities to stay beautiful, and we got a $15,000 grant for downtown Omaha, and they had a really unfortunate situation where a lot of their trees were killed by emerald ash borer, and so they lost a lot of trees, and they're responsible for 75 acres of land downtown. So that grant went towards a $50,000 project where they were able to plant plants, flowers, trees, all kinds of great things to get the city back looking beautiful.
If I wanted to start a nonprofit, where would I start? How would I do that?
I think a lot of people want to know if they should start a nonprofit. There's a lot of work that goes into starting a nonprofit. I'm starting an online class soon called Getting Grant Ready, which outlines a lot of the basic building blocks that you need to have prepared before you're even really ready to write a grant. And there are sort of 12 basic things that I cover in that, but it is a lot of work, as anyone who runs a nonprofit can tell you. And I think if you want to get involved, it's easier to start your own foundation or way of giving and then give money to people that are already doing great work. That's kind of how I feel about what I do. Like, I feel like I'm like the helper bee, like helping people who are already doing amazing things and have great ideas.
Katie, I think your work is very interesting, and I've actually learned a lot today, so thanks a lot for meeting with me.
Thanks so much, Justin. It's been really fun.
And for everybody else, check out their website for Sunflower Grant Writers, and remember to buy local.
Thanks. Bye.
If you need help buying, selling, or leasing a home, I hope you remember my name. I would love to get the opportunity to earn your trust and confidence. Call me on my cell at 402-600-3006 if you would like to be featured as one of my upcoming guests and share your story in a future video.
About sunflower more. Oh my gosh, the head to crushed it. Oh, was I not? I thought I.
Shoot, sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
Learn
more. Oh.